also one of the most awaited speaker of this evening. This leader is also one of the top leaders here in the Philippines. And you know, way back when he started doing this business, you know, in Riway, what he has been through was never been easy. Because in the past, he was a bankrupt, and there were a lot of times as well na muntik na siyang mamatay because a lot of cases he experienced. And of course, by not losing hope, as time passes by, and most especially the moment when he entered the platform of Riway, he didn't waste a single thing, you know. When he is already at the top, one thing I noticed about him is how he really cares about RIWAY Philippines, is how much he cares about the Philippine leaders. And by right, he isn't supposed to be with us tonight, you know, because it is Chinese New Year. He isn't supposed to be here with us tonight. He's supposed to be out there back in Malaysia together with his family celebrating. But how come this person is still with us tonight? You know, you can see the dedication and how much he cares about RIWAY Philippines. And that is why he said earlier that this sacrifice will definitely become worth it. Because he knows that this sacrifice will not be in vain. And if you are part of RIWAY International, or RIWAY Philippines to be specific, it is nearly impossible for you to not know this person. Because half or almost half of the Philippines are under him. So if this is the type of leader that's going up on the stage, will all of us will listen? Are you all ready and excited? So without further ado, let me all welcome our Team Supreme Pegasus 3, Raymond Thong.
Thank you very much. Now, all of you have been sitting down for quite some time. Can you all do me a favor? You know why you need to do me a favor? It's because today is a very significant day for me. Alright? So, I would invite all of you to please stand up since that you have seated for so long. What you need to do is you put your two hands together and then you say, 恭喜发财. Can you do that one more time? 1, 2, 3. 恭喜发财. Give yourself a big hand for coming in today. You know, I've been sitting down anxiously waiting because I arrived at 3 p.m. today, and to my surprise, when I walked into this room, half the hall outside was already filled up. Alright? And Bonnie was already there with the team. Alright? And some of the other leaders were already with the team. Now, that only can signify one thing. You want to know what is it? Philippines is hungry again. You know, I'm a Chinese. I celebrate Chinese New Year. And these last few days carries a lot of memories for me. Alright? Why? Because I still remember back in 2017, during Chinese New Year, was the very first time that I did not celebrate Chinese New Year in my own home, because my family was with me in Manila. And that was the start of my journey in Luzon. And today, look at all this. Look at all this. Give yourself a big hand for coming here today. And for that reason, when I look back at the memory of my Facebook, I posted 8 years ago. I told myself, if ever I want to build in RIWAY Philippines, my team has to be the biggest. And 2 years along the way, together with leaders and other distributors, we were able to become the biggest team in the whole of Philippines until today. So for those of you who are under my umbrella, please give yourself a big hand. And it was yesterday that I posted this on Facebook because it carried a lot of significance to me. Why? Because I also posted that for the last 7-8 years, I've been continually encouraging Filipino leaders to take down Central Luzon. Leaders come, leaders go. Leaders come, leaders go. And it was left unattended. And for that reason, I make a vow. 8 years down the road, because 8 years ago, I made that vow, I want to be the biggest. 8 years down the road, starting from today, I would be the biggest in Central Luzon. You like that? You know, over the last few months, I've been having a lot of conversation with Riway Philippines General Manager because there were so many things that we were discussing, so many issues that we need to address. And we have been building that kind of momentum along the way. Alright? Until one day, during an event where all the Pegasus and Team Supreme were gathered together in a Riway event, one of the Singaporean Team Supreme Pegasus talked to me. And this is what he says. Last year, Year of the Dragon, not good. It's not good. We hope the Year of the Snake would be better because this year is the Year of the Snake. And because I was also affected at that time, so I tend to believe, yeah, really, Year of the Dragon, not so good. Maybe this year is better. But when I settle down, when I start to digest and I start to understand, holy shit, my life, I leave it to a dragon. And now that the dragon don't work, I leave it to the bloody snake. You are out of your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in control of your life. And for that reason, for you to come here today, you must really give yourself a big hand for coming here. I have the privilege of sharing 3 hours because I'm the last speaker. And like what Jaime says, the mic is in my hand. There's nothing he can do right now. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad, isn't it? Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, it takes great privilege to be addressing to you all today. Why? Because this is the last of the grand testimony event that we have. Over the last several weeks, I was speaking in Davao City, and then last night I was in Pampanga. I came down early this morning. I just couldn't sleep, knowing that I'm the closing speaker. Because it takes a lot of responsibility for me to be able to carry the hope that when you walk out this room today, you are able to bring something back with you today. To be able, before you walk out this room, that this event could prove to be the turning point of your life. So, for that reason, for those leaders, I know that you have been trying very hard to make this event important, to make this event significant. Now, my advice to you is never look at the people who did not come. Instead, look at the people who come here today. For that reason, give yourself a big hand for coming. Now that you are here, I have a question. Can I ask a question? What is your purpose in life? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Do you have a purpose in life? You don't have to answer me, but you certainly have to answer it to yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, if I were to remind you, this is the beginning of year 2025. Alright? Now, a lot of us tend to do this. The things that we set in 2023, we did not complete. So we conveniently carry it to 2024. And that is what you call resolution. Tama ko ba? And then, in 2024, you did not complete the things that you want. You conveniently bring it to 2025. And that is what we call resolution. No more. No more. Because in the last 9 years in the Philippines, ever since I started my journey in Riway Philippines, I have never seen my team suffer that much last year. So I said, no more. Beginning of this year, we will make that change. And we do not depend on the dragon. We do not depend on the snakes. We will depend on ourselves to make things happen. So that is why I ask you, what is your purpose in life? Or rather, what is a goal? Do you have a goal? And that was precisely what James and I has been discussing towards the end of the fourth quarter of 2024. And that is our goal. What is our goal? What is my goal? Alright? Ladies and gentlemen, rule number 1. Goals are meant to be accomplished. Correct me if I'm wrong. Otherwise, why do you want to set it? Are you with me? Are you with me? However, does it mean that all of us will fulfill our goals each time we set the goals? No, isn't it? So that is why when I read this statement, it carries a lot of weight on me. And this is what it says. It is better to work on something big and fail than to succeed in nothing. Now what does that mean? When I read this, it just hit me. It just hit me. Alright? And I have to blame myself for the suffering of my team. Why? Because it is scarier. Having no goal is scarier than not achieving your goal. Now I repeat, having no goal is scarier than not achieving your goal. Now ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about people who do not have a goal. Alright? It is very easy for you to know. They will sleep the time they want to sleep. They will wake up the time they want to wake up. And this is especially true during the pandemic. When the parents woke up, cook breakfast, prepare everything, they saw their children still sleeping. 2 o'clock, 2:30, still not awake. And then you shout at them, hey, it's already 2:30. Why are you still sleeping? There's nothing to do. Are you with me? That is not having a goal. Similarly, today, you go on to a taxi and then you sit down. And when the driver asks you, Mom, where do you want to go? You just keep quiet. Can you reach your destination? No. A few days ago, I talked to Jess Monte. Hey, we need to fly. We need to fly to Europe. Alright. Then Jess went to a travel agent. She went to a travel agent early in the morning, getting ready, and then she sat down. And she was asked, Mom, where do you want to go? I want to go Europe. Where in Europe? Can she reach the country? She can't, isn't it? She cannot. Why? She doesn't know where to go. And that is precisely what is happening to a lot of us. We live our life by the day. We live our life without meaning. We work for the sake of working. We do things for the sake of doing without a purpose in life. So ladies and gentlemen, I think it's only appropriate today, being the last speaker, that we should talk about goals. Why? Number one, some of you didn't travel 20 minutes to arrive here. Some of you traveled 2 hours. Some of you traveled 3 hours. Some of you has to manage the traffic in order to be here. Some of you may have to put down whatever that you are doing just to come here. Correct me if I'm wrong. So for that reason, it is highly important that by the time you leave, you need to know what your goal is. Similarly, when you walk into this room, what was your goal? I am very sure the people who invited you has already informed you that there is a golden opportunity for you to take a look. They didn't invite you just because of the bento. Right? Did they? Mom, come. Free bento. They don't, right? So for that reason, you must have a goal in your life. Then only you have a direction in your life. So I would like to invite you all to take a look. If I were to set my goal, what does it consist of? Number one, it must have a purpose. It must have a purpose. Otherwise, why do it? Right? If there is no particular purpose, why do you need to do it? Correct me if I'm wrong. So, number two, it has to be controlled by a time frame. You cannot say, I want this. When is it? Soon. I want to buy this house. When? Soon. That is not a time frame. A time frame means there is a date to read. Number three, it must be exciting. Right? Why must it be exciting? Example, today, Joel Gamas is the Team Elite Pegasus. And this month, his goal is to achieve Diamond 1 star. Is it exciting? There's no excitement. Alright? He has to scold himself if he cannot qualify a Diamond 1 star because he's a Pegasus. Correct? However, today, Joel Gamas is a Team Elite Pegasus. And by April, he will become Team Supreme Pegasus 1. That is exciting, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, that is life. You are a Diamond 3 star. And every month you're fighting to be Diamond 1 star. And then you kept telling people Diamond 3 star income is 300,000. But your income less than 100,000. So you're lying. It's not exciting. So it must be exciting. It must excite you. It will make you sleepless. It will create goose pimples when you think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is goal. Alright? And most important thing is, the goal must be big. If the goal is not big, it cannot excite you. If the goal is not big, it cannot excite you. That is why at the beginning of my speech today, I say, if none of you is interested in Central Luzon, I will come. Alright? And I have big goals. Because 9 years ago, I told Rex Bugalao, my first sign up, I want to be the biggest in the whole of RIWAY Philippines. Are you with me? And he said yes. Today, we achieved it. So, today, I tell myself, I want to be the biggest in Central Luzon. and I will show you that it can be done. Alright? So let's go on, ladies and gentlemen. What else? What are the hindrances that stops you from setting the goal? You want to know? You really want to know? You already know. You don't believe me? You actually know. It's just that you do not want to admit it. Alright, the first one, fear. What if I set a goal and I didn't achieve it? The fear of embarrassment, the fear of telling people, the fear of claiming that it can be done. You have so much fear. That is why it cannot be done. That is why you never like to set a goal. I believe every beginning of the month, your leaders will talk to you. Hey, what is your goal next month? Let's talk about it later. You will just evade the question, tama ko ba? Is that correct? Is the leader doing harm to you? No, you simply don't like this kind of question. I didn't like this kind of question. Yeah? My life, I want to live it like this lah. I want to live like this lah. Why you want to control me? Why you want to ask me? And then what if I tell you my goal and then every day you ask me my goal? I get very angry. So that is why you have fear. What else? Because it would make you challenge your discipline. Example, you want to buy very fresh prawns and very fresh lapu-lapu from the wet market. Alright? And you know that if you really want to get the best of the best, you must wake up at 4 o'clock. Because why? When you get the prawns, when you get the lapu-lapu, you supply and you make money out of it. But you're so used to waking up at 10 o'clock. So what you do? Tomorrow only I wake up 4 o'clock. 2 days later 3 days later your self-discipline is challenged. And you don't like it. You don't like it. Are you with me? Yes. Only this side? Are you with me? Yes. One more. Distraction. Actually, I got this from Jedah's posting a few weeks ago. A lot of us are being distracted. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever we set a big goal, you must expect there will be distraction. Example, let me just give you an example. You were ready to challenge yourself by becoming the next rank. And then you were preparing yourself to go out of the house, ready to meet customer. Then you receive a phone call from your son's school. The son's school. Mom, your son just beat somebody. You need to come to the school. Mom, your son fell down. He's bleeding. Or when you're ready to go out of the house, bam, raining. Tomorrow only go out. You getting what I mean? Distraction. Distraction. Ladies and gentlemen, if your goal is big enough, you cannot allow distraction. Rain or shine. Rain or shine, you come. I still remember when I talk about distraction, 8 years ago, I worked with this young lady recovering from surgery. House about to be taken away. No electricity, no water. Rain or shine, taking 2-3 jeepneys, coming to the office every day just to meet me. Alright? Left side, computer not complete one. The keys, because don't know conveyor. This side, milk powder, pushing a pram, and then holding the toddler coming in. She never allowed that destruction to take place. But today, because of the way she overcame that distraction, she is our first team elite Pegasus of Luzon, and that is just not there. Really, I'm going to give her a big hand. So as I was preparing to talk about this, a lot of memories came back. A lot of things I was able to see how he managed. I was able to even recollect that picture when after he came to me, Coach, milk. You know, because when she speaks English, she knows me. Milk. I said, I don't have milk. You give milk. He's crying. Oh, okay, milk powder. Because she was speaking on the stage, we become the nanny. Together with Wendy, Marisa, remember, and Narish. Beautiful memories. Alright? What's more? Comfort zone. This is the biggest issue of all of us, especially in the Philippines. I'm sorry, but this is honestly true. Because many of us, prior to joining Riway, has never even earned more than 30,000 a month. All of a sudden, because of the leadership of Jeddah, because of the leadership of Diane, because of the leadership of all the top leaders, in 6 months you start to earn 300,000, 400,000. Alright? Instead of taking care of the team, instead of putting more effort into the team, you tell yourself it is enough. When your downline need you, you say, I'm busy. You know why you're busy? Because you were in Greenbelt Tree shopping for LV. You were in Greenbelt Tree trying to buy Rolex. And when you go into the LV shop, you take a look at the LV shoes. It was not important whether it's beautiful or not. The important thing is the bloody LV word is big so that you can see. Ladies and gentlemen, comfort zone is a killer. Comfort zone is a killer. I was in a comfort zone. So that is why I was asked by Jane, what do you intend to do about it? I was lost. I couldn't answer. And the worst thing is when I met Dato Kenny, he tell the boss in front of my face, the boss walked over. Why are you talking to Raymond? This person MIA. You know what's MIA? Missing in action. I said, Dato, I never went missing in action. Really? If you're not missing in action, it means you're not doing anything. And I was badly hit. That was when we were in Singapore. Remember Pegasus time? I was badly hit. And I say, it's enough. Why? Because the fifth one is highly important. You are afraid of reproach and your pride. It says only I can become 1 star. Then he said, what if I cannot become 1 star? People will laugh at me, you know. Your pride is more important. Ladies and gentlemen, is your pride more important or Wala Pera more important? You tell me. Pride, Meron Pera, which one you want? Meron Pera, isn't it? See? Okay? And these are the hindrances. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why there must be proposition towards goal set. You must prepare yourself. You don't just say it out. Because why? People like to talk. I can. But there's no proposition. So let's take a look at the proposition. Number 1, ladies and gentlemen, talk less, do more. Action, the power to execute. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, for the last 9 years, I also don't understand why a lot of Filipino prospect I meet, sir, I got connection in Malacanang. You want to go? And I keep asking myself, why do I need to Why do I need to go Malacanang? Sir, I know Dudate. Then I also tell myself, I also know Dudate. The question is, does Dudate know you? Tama? Everyday connection, no action. The power to execute, ladies and gentlemen. When you set a goal, it has to be practical. When you set the goal, you must put action into it. Because a goal is not a goal without action. And the second thing is here. You must know how to choose a correct platform. Alright? Now, why is that important? Let me share with you a business. I come from East Malaysia. To be exact, Sabah. Now, Sabah and Sarawak is always famous as a timber wood industry. Alright? Wood industry. Alright? The tree trunk. Alright? You cannot hold it. It's that big. It's that big. So the people who do timber industry, that was back in the 60s, in the 70s. Today they are billionaires, they are millionaires. Alright? Yet nowadays, because right now it's not easy for you to cut trees because of deforestation, forest reserve. Yet I have friends who go into timber industry when it is already a sunset industry. Alright? And you know what they do? Every day they are thinking, if I start the bulldozer engine at 3 o'clock in the morning and I go into the forest reserve and pull the tree out, then I sell, I can make money. But the tree that they cut is not like this. It's like Jeddah Monte, only this small. How to make money? Sunset industry. Alright? Similarly, you have your children or young people investing into cell phone business. Can you make money out of cell phone selling right now? You cannot. You cannot. Alright? Because it's already over the time. Correct? So for that reason, when you choose a correct platform, number one, is the platform proven? Is it proven? Otherwise, you are putting so much of your goal into an effort, because I understand a lot of us like to be businessmen. We like to start everything ourselves. We like to be our own boss. Are you with me? Are you with me? So, there's nothing wrong to be your own boss. But you must choose the correct platform, and is the platform doable? Can it be done? So for that reason, I'd like to share with you a story. Can I share with you a story? Can? Only here. Only the front. What about at the back? Can I share a story? Alright, can you wave your hand if you're not sleeping? Alright, give yourself a big hand. Now, more than 17 years ago, there was this young man. He wanted to start a business. And because he has a passion for direct selling, so he started the business under the direct selling act. Alright? However, when he started this business, wala pera. Alright? Wala pera. What he has in his mind is just a vision, a dream. Alright? And holding in his hands is just several bottles of samples. Alright? Several bottles of samples. So, but he has got big dreams. And he can envision that one day his company will become very, very successful. Obviously, a lot of people who knew him never gave him a chance. Yeah, you want to do so well. Voila, para. No capital, no nothing, only sample. How are you going to succeed? Right? So, when he started this company, under using direct selling system, all right, one day he received a call from Malaysia. All right, and this is an old friend of his. And this old friend of his background is a bankrupt. You know what is a bankrupt? Only the friend know. At the back, do you know what is bankrupt? Yes. I was a bankrupt, all right? So I know what a bankrupt is. Was a bankrupt. And he made his living by selling pharmaceutical products. All right? One day he said, hey, young man, I heard that you started a new company. I'm interested. Can you come? So he drove to a small little town in the north of Malaysia called Bukit Matajam. And he met this man. Alright? And this man was foolish enough to believe this young man. Okay? And they started the partnership. And this bankrupt promised the young man, in your next trip here, I will give you 60 people. 60 people. In his next trip, this young man came. And you know how many people came? You want to take a guess? How many? Only 4 came. 4 seniors. Senior. You know what senior? A very, very senior. Or senior XX. Very senior. However, this young man didn't give up. He started to talk to this 4 old men. When he talked and talked and talked, suddenly he realized this 4 old men was. However, this 4 old men bought. When these 4 old men bought, rumors, chismis, maritas start to travel. You know what's chismis? You know what's maritas? Hi, this young man started a home for the aged. That means old folks home. And he is the dean of the old folks home. Alright? But did the young man care? He didn't care. He treated the old man well, this old man well, and this old man double his age seems to like this young man and seems to be able to click with this young man. Very soon, 1 year passed. 2 years passed, more and more people start to know the ideology, the dream, and the vision of this young man. Alright? And the company start to grow and grow and grow. And when it comes to the 5th year, the company started to encourage the people, the leaders, to buy Mercedes as a show of standard. So he started with these 4 old men to go to the Mercedes showroom. But this 4 old man is already 70 plus. So definitely you ask Bonnie, he will tell you, they cannot get a loan. Diba? So, you know what they did? They went to the bank, they draw out cash. 4 old men wearing 3/4 Japanese slipper. I want to buy Mercedes. Alright? But the salesman ignore them, thinking they got no money. Alright? Eventually the manager came. And the manager was, because 4 unit Mercedes cash was purchased. Alright? So the company start to record. Oh, this person bought Mercedes, S-Class, S-Class, S-Class. Suddenly the company lost track how many Mercedes there is in the company. Then the company came up with another vision. Maybe they should buy Bentley. Bentley is a very expensive car, isn't it? Alright? So they start to record. This person buy Bentley. And then by the end of the 8th year of the company, they lost count. But in the 10-year anniversary, you know what happened? there was a display of 10 units of Rolls Royce. Ladies and gentlemen, a company that started with 38 bottles of samples, a company that has an office which they are ashamed to bring customers to their office at the time. In a short period of 7 years, they erected the first ever corporate office in Malaysia. And down the road in 17 years, this company has got corporate office not only in Malaysia, in Singapore, Taiwan, Indonesia, Hong Kong, Japan, and very soon, the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, today, this company that started with nothing, with just an ideology, all right, has created thousands of millionaires, thousands of billionaires that we lost count. How many billionaires, how many millionaires we have? Equally the same. When this company came into the Philippines more than 9 years ago, 10 years ago, starting with Diane, our team Supreme Pegasus, I really have to give her a big hand. We started with nothing. And Diane needed to beg Dato, come, we are here, we are interested. Alright? And we started that journey more than 10 years ago. Alright? Today, we no longer need to look to Singapore, we no longer need to look at Taiwan, we no longer need to look at China, because we already have example in the Philippines. Can you please take a look? We already have an example and an emblem of hope where your fellow Filipinos has proven that this platform is proven and this platform is doable. Ladies and gentlemen, why did they do it? Why were they able to do it? Alright, you have the same product, I have the same product, we have the same system, you have the same system, you have the same platform, you also have the same platform, I also have the same platform. Why is it that I'm the King Supreme Pegasus 3, you are not? Ask yourself this question. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have 3 eyes. 2 only. Plus specs 4. I only got 1 nose, 2 holes, 1 mouth. We are equal. The platform given to us, Riway International, is proven. It's a platform that is proven. Why do you want to challenge yourself to do something that you do not know? Why do you want to challenge yourself to go into something that you cannot see what is in front of you? Ladies and gentlemen, in the 80s, people born in 1960, you know very well that in the 80s, that is why San made her money by selling DVD. Started with VCD, then DVD, alright, to take care of the family. Because why? During that time, it was an in thing. Today, do you see people using DVD? Even your computer don't have a DVD drive. Correct? Today we watch Netflix. What flick? What kind of flick you can watch. Correct or not? Alright? Back in the 80s, wow, you hold a Nikon camera. You hold a Canon camera. Alright? All of a sudden in the 90s, all the studio that take photo and produce 3R, 4R, 5R, suddenly lost, gone. Why? Your handphone replaced the camera. Isn't that correct? So ladies and gentlemen, over the last several months, Riway International start to become very transparent with us. Riway International, the boss purposely come here to work together with us, to let us know that LTS would be February 5, that your LRN, the Leadership Training Seminar, would be held on April 16. Everything is laid down to you in front. 6 months ahead to let you know that this is the trend that Riway is going, because we are fighting to be world number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, and that's no joke. We are excited. I have goosebumps every time I think that I will be part of a world number 1. Because if Riway become world number 1, I would be world number 1. Do you know that? Do you want to be world number 1? So ladies and gentlemen, today, if I have a time capsule, alright, and I put you in that you can travel back in time with your pocket with 3 million pesos, alright, travel to the 80s, what business do you want to do? You would be like Sansan selling DVD player. If you have 3 million in your pocket and I put you into the time capsule and you travel back in the 90s, what business do you want to do? You will be selling handphones. Why? Because the people that is selling handphones in the 90s today is a billionaire, is a trillionaire. And that's what it takes. We no longer hide. You ask Sansan, last time we need to beg, hey, when is recognition? Where? We need to ask every month. Right now, no need to ask. The boss tell you is next month. The boss tell you is one after next. And the boss today is inviting all Filipinos to go to Budapest together with him. You look at that, ladies and gentlemen. So that is why with that, let's take a look. What must you prepare yourself? What are the expectations that you must prepare yourself? When you set a goal, you must be prepared. Alright? And the first one is, you must have a correct and positive mindset. You set the goal, then cannot lie. Then better not set the goal, isn't it? Why is a correct and positive mindset important? Because you condition yourself to get yourself ready. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of times we think that physically we must be ready. No. If your mind is not ready, your body will not work. When your mind is not conditioned, you will not wake up to do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, what is it? When you set the man right, the whole world will be right. So, at the end of last year, I set myself correctly. No more. I will not allow Dato Candy to say I go MIA again anymore. No more, I said. I told myself that I don't like it. I don't like it. So your mindset must be correct. Secondly, you must have a burning desire. Ladies and gentlemen, you are dreaming of something that you want, but you don't have. So that is why burning desire is what? A strong feeling of wanting to do or have something. You don't have it yet, but you have the strong desire to want it. Alright? Meaning to say, it is a very strong interest or a burning desire. You have a big interest. Example, that day Jada called me, Coach, is it too late for me to buy an S-Class? Mercedes S-Class. I said, why is it so late? Why is it too late? No, it's never too late. If that is your dream, go for it. Isn't that correct? You know, but 9 years ago, I asked her to spend 100,000 to buy the mother's air ticket come back from Dubai. She said, Coach, how can I afford it? I said, you choose your mother or 100,000. No money? Never mind. Work towards it. And when the mother was about to fly back, did we achieve the 100,000? We did. And that is the goal, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what we want. So, a burning desire, a very strong interest in something. Next, alright? Number 3, you must change. Ladies and gentlemen, small changes, small result. Huge changes, huge result. Because no man in this world will change if he does not feel the need to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you something. I started to challenge and fulfill my goal, that big goal, at the beginning of this year, right after Gala dinner in Singapore. I came back on the 7th. And on the 7th until now, I have made 3 trips to Angeles City. And each trip I will stay 3 nights to 4 nights. I only have one downline that is my pay leg. Only one. Only one. And I asked and I challenged what I asked and challenged Rex Pugalang 9 years ago. I said, do you want to belong to the biggest team in Central Luzon? And I'm selling my dream. I'm selling it. I do not know. I mean, I have downlines. I have Majo, I have Billy, I have many downlines there. Alright, they are all under Rex leg. Alright, I started to build my own leg. I started with one person. You know what happened last time? You want to know? With one person, in 3 trips, I was able to bring 128 guests to the GDE. Let's take a look. I think I deserve more of a round of applause, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, in our business, you can master everything in Riway, but you don't have people, you will patai. How did these people come? Is it because I'm handsome? I'm already 61. But because I want it bad enough, I work towards it. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing is free of charge. It takes action. You ask me, am I tired? I am. Because this month alone, I flew to Davao City twice. I went down to Angeles City 3 times. I just came back this morning, but I couldn't sleep. Why? Mainly because it is my hope that through my sharing today, you are able to bring back something. Do not waste time anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Because if that is what it takes, that is what it takes. Okay? And the last one, you must be ready to challenge, you must be ready to face and challenge setbacks. You will bound to have setbacks. You think that this CJ can buy 7 sets. Then she will tell you, I'm sorry, actually I have the money for 7 sets. But because my daughter my son needs to what, so I use the money. So I'm only left with 2 sets. Setbacks. But what does setback do to us? You must understand. What does setback do to us? Number 1, setback are the truth of a situation. It lets you know what you are in. Similarly, when you have issue in your team, alright, the first thing you must do is to ask yourself as a leader, did I take up responsibility? As a leader, when they cannot make money, is it my fault? And yes, it is our fault. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to reflect. Because there are 4 kinds of people in the world. Number 1, people lose but never reflect. Number 2, people lose but they reflect. Number 3, people win but they never reflect. Number 4, people win and still reflect. And I asked myself last night, how come only 128 and not 256? How come 256 and not 512? How come 512 and not 10864? Because I do not want to be satisfied with that number. If my intention is to win, you think I can win with 128 people? I cannot. And I challenge myself. And that is how I did 9 years ago with Rex. Rex was like, we close this. Only 1 sale. How to become the biggest? Correct? Then Rex tell me, oh, if I get this one, get this one, you dream lah. I said, don't dream, let's work. Ladies and gentlemen, our business is a leadership business. When something goes wrong in the team, you do not lead the team to find another product to do. You find out the root cause of the problem and you deal with it, you reflect. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no two sharp ends to one needle. You have to know why the team is not performing. If we are talking about people being successful, then we have to ask, how come they are successful? How come I'm not there? Alright? Furthermore, it is through failures and mistakes that we find answers. You have to go through that process. Ladies and gentlemen, you ask San. You think she's not scared every time fly Singapore come back with stocks, huh? Anytime, you see the big cross, because I get it before, because of you, because of Anson, big cross. So she knew, so she get really wet tissue just to bring the stock in. Ladies and gentlemen, you must be thankful and grateful to this lady. Really have to give herself a big hand. Otherwise, we don't have Riway Philippines. Alright? So, setbacks create life experience invaluable for your growth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's alright to fail once in a while. But you should not allow same failure to happen twice. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look. Alright, now that we have all this in the end, alright, let's talk about the power to execute. Ladies and gentlemen, we always like to talk. Very good in talking. We talk, and then we talk about our past, our history. Ladies and gentlemen, your history does not dictate your future. Whatever that you have achieved in the past is the past. If you last time you merang pera, today you wala pera. This is an actual fact. Are you with me? So, ladies and gentlemen, the power to execute is one of the most important things that we must in our life. You don't execute, you won't put it into action, nothing will happen. You don't change, your environment will not change. You don't do, nothing will happen. Ladies and gentlemen, when I set my heart and mind on it, I meant it. Because my wife asked me that question, was talking to me last year. She said, I don't see in the near future that you would be coming back to Malaysia. So, instead of you coming back, why don't I move to the Philippines? You like that? Because she didn't just give me a house anymore. She's going to give me a home. And I feel that my home is too small. So James and I, we visited Dutch Marina's village. Big, 6 room, 8 rooms, swimming pool, everything is there. And I intend to do it in 6 months. That is why I'm working. Because I have that goal. I have that goal. Alright? Yesterday I took a look at the GMC Cadillac in San Fernando. GMC Cadillac. I think around 8 million second hand. But only 18,000 mileage. So it's underused. Why? If my wife were to come, my intention is simple. She has to have the best of the best. She must get the best. Because she has sacrificed for me 9 years. I need to do what I need to do. So ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, what is it that you want? What is your purpose in life? What is your purpose in life? Do you have a goal? What is your goal? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to end with a story. Is it okay? Okay? Is it okay? Wait. Alright, very good. There is this factory in Bacolod, Negros Oriental. What is Negros Oriental famous for? Sugar cane, sugar cane, right? So this is a very, very big factory with around 900 workers. Now, if you need to control these 900 workers, alright, the only way is every morning when they work, they need to punch card. They need to punch card. And then when they leave, they need to punch card. Isn't that correct? And because there are so many workers, whenever the management want to give them some memo, they no longer send by computer because some of them are laborers who are not computer. So what they do is they make a big whiteboard next to the place where you punch card. Okay? So one morning, when all the workers were walking to work, they saw this memo on the whiteboard. And this is what was written on the whiteboard. You want to know? Only here? You want to know? The person that is hindering your growth has patay na. And in memory of this person, we have set up a wake in our indoor stadium. Because the factory was so big, they have their own indoor stadium. Alright? And since you come to work today, before you report to your work, please pay your last respect. Then you go to your work. So, every single worker walking into that place was surprised. Who is that person that passed away that is hindering my growth? And everyone was thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. They couldn't find an answer. Alright? So, but eventually, as instructed, they went and paid their last respect because they are colleagues working together. Maybe there is somebody that they are very close to them and they do not know. And it is the culture of Filipinos, whenever you pay your last respect, in a way, you always go around the coffin, diba? Isn't that correct? So, and every time when this worker was walking towards the coffin and then taking a dip, they took a deep breath and then they walked quietly away. And every single one of them did the same thing. Alright? Now, do you want to know what is inside the coffin? Who wants to know? So at the back, they want to know. You all want to know? Because eventually, when they talk to one another, they all have the same answer. Inside the coffin was a piece of mirror. And next to the mirror was written this word. The person that hindered your growth has just passed away. Today is the start of a new you. Ladies and gentlemen, you come here today because you want to be a new you. And for that reason, you really have to give yourself a big hand. I look forward to Riway Philippines growing 10 times, 20 times, 50 times because we are able to do it. But you need to realize the potential to the fullest. Ladies and gentlemen, no one is smaller than anybody else. You look at Jada, she's less than 5 feet. 5 feet already? Wow, but they grew you, She's less than 5 feet. But her heart is like a lion. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you forget, CJ reminded us just now that we are born a champion. Why? Out of billions of sperm, you swim the fastest. Billion of sperm, you come out victorious. Isn't that correct? So ladies and gentlemen, I I hope, and it is my hope, not only my hope, but also the hope of all the team leaders that is sitting in front of you. We want to put Riway Philippines back where it should belong. We need to win this game, and we need to win starting today. Ladies and gentlemen, I set my goal at the end of last year. The question is, what is your goal when you turn and go home today? Thank you very much and good afternoon.